Hey guys, Jackson Snapp here, bringing you another behind the scenes video, this time with my latest release, Another World. It's out on Intricate Records, and just to give you an idea of what we're going to be diving into, here's a little sample. Alright, so we'll just start from the beginning and just kind of work our way through the track. Intro, pretty basic stuff. Just a cymbal loop, percussion loop, and the pluck. It's kind of filtering in. Then we got this little sample here that's just been pitched to be in key, and it's got some verb and replica for some delay on there. Got these other guys coming in here just for atmosphere and whatnot. This guy is actually filtering in. If we move forward a bit, you should be able to hear it. Yeah, just some atmospheric sample stuff. And then after 32 bars, the sub, bass, and everything comes in with this Atmos Inglar is it's actually just a patch from Absinthe. I use Absinthe a lot for atmospheric type stuff like that. I actually had to bounce these two plucks out from Spire. They were just eating up a lot of CPU, but both of the plucks are just Spire patches that have been kind of tweaked with a little bit of distortion and OTT, nothing crazy. So then we come up to some claps coming in. So these, there's a pad here. It's also it was actually this, yeah, Spire pad. Had to bounce it out. But the claps, I believe, are panned. Yeah, the claps are kind of panned around to get a little bit of stereo image there. This lead starts fading in, just a massive patch. This guy right here. So yeah, just a couple of percussion hits. It's like little fills. There's this little snare build in here. Yeah, so then it breaks down. Okay, so yeah, there's this guy, Just kind of running in the background. This guy here. Just more atmospheric stuff. And then these little plucks. So I made separate. I don't know why that's still running. I made separate, you know, plucks tuned to different pitches, to different keys, and then pan them different ways. So one hits like to the left, one hits to the right. And then for some reason the reverse vocal up into the vocal part, it's not showing up here, but vocal swells in, and I recorded this myself and then just put some effects on it, but I'll show you that in a second. So it's just right here. Sometimes I feel like I'm living in another world. So yeah, if we look at the vocal processing, it's just some EQ, 2 compressors, just kind of chopping off the peaks on one, and then, you know, just getting an overall good level on the other one. And then Nectar 2 by Isotope. I literally just found a preset that did most of the work for me and kind of pitched my voice like one voice down, and yeah, it just kind of tweaked it so that it sounded, you can see right here, down an octave, up an octave. I just, you know, kind of backed off some of the reverb, delay, and just tweaked a couple things, you know, how I wanted it, but it took me like 90% of the way there. So yeah, then just kind of cymbals and claps coming in. Living in another world. And then pretty much, you know, same kind of vibe as earlier. It's got a different lead that comes in that's got some pitch bending automation in there. Let's see. Yeah, just kind of drew. Well, actually, I think I initially manually recorded like bending the pitch wheel on the MIDI keyboard, and then maybe just touched it up in here. But it kind of gives it some dissonance, you know, when it's like bending up to the next note and then bending down, creating some tension. So yeah, there's a couple little fills, you know, just in this part. Just grab some snare hits, some tom hits. Solo these guys, just the drums. Yeah, so just like some little percussion fills and everything to, you know, kind of keep making it interesting and help it move along. And then, yeah, we just come into the outro section and elements slowly disappear. So yeah, pretty straightforward. I mean, nothing super crazy about this track. Just you know, a lot of melody and atmospheric elements, and, you know, some percussion, you know, to keep the drums interesting. You know, and then that vocal piece. That's really it. Yeah, I guess if you guys have any more specific questions about how some of the parts were put together or made, just, you know, leave a message in the comments and I will check it out and get back to you. Thanks for watching.